What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Do It Dictator here, and today we're doing something really cool. As you guys know, I've got the Ninja H2 from WOW Motorcycles. Shout out to WOW Motorcycles. Go buy a bike from them. And I've got my 2020 Hayabusa as well. And today we're going to be kind of comparing the two. This is a video that you guys have asked me to do for a good bit. Say, how do the two compare? And I think I already know the answer. We'll get to that in a second, but that's what we're going to settle today, is which one is the king, right? The old king of speed, which is the Hayabusa, versus the new king of speed, which is the Ninja H2, and figure out which one is the best and settle this once and for all. There is a catch here, right? One being that the Hayabusa is basically completely stock. I mean, it's got a slip-on exhaust. It's got my Kaufman's exhaust on here, my special Do It With Dan edition Kaufman, which is awesome. Link for that in the description. You guys should check that out. But that's it. Other than that, the bike is stock. It doesn't even have like a flash or a tune, versus the H2, which is obviously heavily modified. I mean, it's got tons of carbon fiber, it's got winglets, it's got other canards or whatever, and it's definitely flashed, it's definitely tuned. It's hard to say how much horsepower this makes. We'll need to go dyno it soon. It's got a full exhaust, and I have a feeling I know where these are gonna lie, but this is what you guys wanted to see. And I'm also interested too. So we're going to hop on, I think we're going to hop on the H2 first. I think that's the fairest thing to do. Hop on the H2 and see how it feels to hop on the Hayabusa afterwards. So let's just hop on the H2. Let's go see how it does. Now, someone in my Twitch chat pointed out to me the other day, my H2 definitely had a more noticeable blow-off valve. Listen to it. It sounds different. I don't know if it's aftermarket or if they changed something on these bikes. But it sounds different. Like I said, I don't know what's done to this motorcycle. It's pretty quick. I also will say that it feels a lot more in control than my H2 did. My H2 had this like very visceral feel to it. Yow! Front wheel came up a little bit there. Power wheeling at a pretty high rate of speed. It does feel a lot more controllable than mine did. I think it's probably under the 240 wheel. If I had to guess, I'm going to put this bike at like 220 based on what I think I know, you know? God, she hauls ass, doesn't she? That feeling is insane, though. That, like, get in the throttle and let it go, it is, I mean, God dang. Oh, my gosh. Insane power. Insane power. I already know the Hayabusa is nowhere near this thing. Not even close, brosif. Not even close. It's like, clearly not. Oh man, it's been a minute since I've ridden the Busa. I hadn't touched the Busa since I got the H2. But I know. You know what I mean? You know how you just know? I know. I will talk about some of the subtle differences that I noticed in the H2 over the Hayabusa. Is that you very much sit on the motorcycle versus like in the motorcycle, right? The Hayabusa, you sit like way down into it, versus like the H2, you sit right on top of that motherfucker. You know, the seat is almost the same height as the tank. I mean, good golly, Miss Molly. I mean, I don't even know what to fucking say, honestly. It's just obtuse, right? It's just like stupid fast, and it's not even as fast as it can get. Well, hello. We got a nice Donkerino. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. Yeet! It is a fucking rocket ship everywhere you go. Got a big solar farm here. Nice. How much solar panels do you think that is? Like, what do you think the output wattage is on that thing? Moving it around, like I moved the Busa around and then I moved the H2 around the exact same moment, right? Back to back. They genuinely feel about the same power, like weight-wise. They feel genuinely about the same as far as weight is concerned, right? Like you get a lot of the same weight from these two. I'll put the weights on screen. They feel similar. You know, I don't know what this one weighs with all the carbon on it, but honestly, like, the carbon is just replacing a lot of the, like, trim panels, so I can't imagine it saving that much weight, you know? If you really gave a fuck about saving weight, you just take these off to begin with, you know? I mean, like, there's nothing here. Take these off, you know? Hell, if any, why just have a fairing at all, you know? I mean, I know aerodynamics take a play in it, but the H2 does have a few things that I like about it, right? Like, obviously, this bike has way more tech built into it, you know, sensors, controls, wheelie control, all this different control shit with it that you don't have on the Hayabusa. My generation Hayabusa is like, I mean, there's some stuff, it's got ABS, but for the most part, dude, that Hayabusa is pretty raw. It's just kind of like a raw motorcycle. It reminds me kind of like the CBR 1000 that I used to own, where it was just kind of like dumb. It's like a dumb bike, you know, an engine with wheels. That's how the Hayabusa feels compared to this, I would say. It also has some pretty good down power, the H2. Like, that was one thing that surprised me about the BMW S1000, is that, like, down low, the S1K didn't feel like it had dick, right? And I guess that's a generation thing, like, specific towards that generation of motorcycle, that S1K. You can flash. This is me basically going off of what the people in my comments were yelling at me about, was that you can flash it and make a big difference. And holy fuck, why are we going so slow? Thank God, bro. Get over. Look at this Grom, dude. Yeah, man, take a break. Sit on the side of the road. Fucking think about it, man. Come on. Another one, dude. What's up? Got two Groms killing it today. Front wheel came up over that. You feel that front? Well, you didn't feel it, but the front wheel going up over that little hill came up completely for a half second there. I will say, the H2 feels a good bit more nimble than the Hayabusa 2, not surprising to anybody. The Hayabusa isn't exactly... A lot of people don't exactly buy those bikes for the track, I should say. I shouldn't say it's not designed for it, because it can be used, dude. If you're a really good rider, I don't know if you guys have seen those videos of those dudes on the Hayabusas riding the track and shit. They are insane, broski. Insane. There we go, we got some flutter there. I feel like I haven't heard it at all since owning the bike, you know? Shouldn't say owning, since possessing the motorcycle, since it's not mine yet. But, you know, the H2 is very track thirsty, man. I know it's a good bike for the track. I'm not going to test that out. I don't have the time, the skill, or the capability to do so. I mean, I could take it to Amp, dude, but, like, Amp's track is scary for motorcycles, bro. It's a good track. A lot of people go out there and ride track days on it, but I am not anywhere the type of rider to be able to do that, you know? Yeesh, my guy. Yeesh. And that's, by the way, that's me, like, really staying low on the throttle. It's kind of hard to full throttle this motorcycle, man. You have to be, like, confident, you know? You have to be ready for that. It'll get away from me, man. I've had this thing kind of sketch me out a handful of times I've ridden it. And like the Hayabusa, I have never once felt sketched out on the speed of the Hayabusa. I don't want to just... Oh, blinkers on. Like, clearly, you know what I mean? I kind of do wish the H2 was stock. I wish Candy had given me a stock one. I would have felt a little bit, I don't know, more cordial about that. Probably a little bit safer about that. Having this thing, like 200-ish wheel horsepower. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that it's faster than the Hayabusa, clearly. It's faster than the S1K, clearly, you know? But yeah, dude, I can't believe I didn't notice it, but the blow-off valve is, like, not there, which makes me think that maybe it has an aftermarket blow-off valve. Either that, or maybe they changed these you know, later as they went. Doesn't have a whole lot of flutter noises. And this bike is also a few years newer than the Hayabusa. The Hayabusa is a 20, this is a 23. I know 21, I believe, is when Hayabusa got the upgraded facelift and they added some new shit to it. You know, they kind of threw a lot of info, they kind of threw a lot of bullshit on that bike after 2020. Hot digging it down. Gonna jump the H2 a little bit. Look at that thing, dude. That thing's sick. 650? Hell yeah, man. What is this? I don't think I've ever noticed this before. It's a memorial or something? No soliciting, or no skateboarding, no parking overnight, no camping. Well, dude, we gotta take some photos of the H2 here. We'll ask ChatGPT to remove the fucking skateboard sign. Damn, that is such a pretty looking bike, man. You know? Aesthetically, it's so much different than the Hayabusa is, but it's still incredibly pretty. Not to say that the Hayabusa isn't, like, that's an acquired taste. I think pretty much everybody loves an H2. I feel like I should know what this is exactly. It's a memorial, I guess. Probably fallen heroes or something. Is there like a rock that tells me what it is, like in video games? Press E to inspect. No, there's no nothing, man. It doesn't tell me what it is. But you guys know I come from a family of veterans. I have nothing but the utmost respect for veterans and people who serve, man. It's one of the hardest things you can do, isn't it? Especially with, you know, the 4th of July is coming. We gotta show respect and love, man, to the veterans. You know, you can hate our government, but you can't disrespect the veterans, dude. I'm sure I'll catch flack for that. I don't even care. Eat my whole butt. All right, let's zip this back home and get on the Hayabusa and see how she compares. And I don't want you guys to be disappointed, okay? It's like when you're hooking up with that chick for the first time, you're like, I swear this has never happened. Yeah, all right, dude. It's happened every time since, you know? All right, now let's hop on over to the Hayabusa. The Hayabusa. What's actually crazy, though, just quick looking at the bikes, though, the wheelbase is almost identical. It looks like the Hayabusa might be a little bit longer. Let's see. Damn. Dude, they're about the exact same wheelbase.
But before we hop on the Hayabusa, we have a word from today's sponsor.
Let me ask you something. What are you wearing right now? No, I mean on your feet. Sorry. What kind of boots are you running? If you're like me, and unfortunately for the both of us, you need a solid pair of boots. I'm always welding or digging holes or working with heavy things. And if you work in the trades, you know just how important it is to protect your feet. That's why I've been rocking Brunt boots, and I cannot say enough good things about these guys. First of all, they're incredibly comfortable. The guys over at Brunt know that you're gonna be putting 10, 12, sometimes even 15 hours on the job site in boots, and comfort was one of their top priorities. Out of the box, they are incredibly comfortable with 0 break-in period. And they even claim to make the most comfortable boots on the market. They're also incredibly durable and can withstand any environment. Slip resistant, oil resistant, and heat resistant up to 572 degrees Fahrenheit. And they're EH rated, which is really nice. And best of all, they are affordable. Brunt is dedicated to making tough, reliable, and comfortable boots that you don't have to spend a whole paycheck on. And they're so confident that you will love their boots, they will let you try them on the job site. And if you don't like them, send them back. Talk about getting your money's worth, dude. And speaking of a good value, Brunt has given me a $10 coupon to give to you guys. Like I said, give them a shot on the job site, and if you don't like them, send them back. Thank you, Brunt, for hooking us up. I actually already own a pair, and they sent me a new pair for the video, which is very nice of them. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. Now let's get back to the video.
Let's go ahead and wheel you out here, you big bitch. All right, time to hop on the old Hayabusa. Don Lemon is a lemon. What a Hayabusa is. Good start, good start. Starts right up. I swear, dude, you guys are gonna talk so much shit on me. It feels slow. Oh, man. Immediately, bro. I mean, it's got stank. It just doesn't feel like a lot of it, man. It's what the fuck? What? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, chat. No, no, no. Oh, no. My Hayabusa is slow. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Oh, my gosh. It's like riding a 600 compared to the H2. What the fuck? Oh, no. No, 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 no. I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. Oh, fuck, chat. Oh, man. It genuinely feels like I'm riding a 600 right now. What the fuck? It's not even scary. Oh, man. And what is this, dude? Man. That's quick. You know, like, it's just now that I've tasted fast again, it feels quick. What the what? What? Dude, I cannot believe this. I genuinely cannot believe this. It feels broken. Dude, the best way I can describe those handful of pulls right there, it's like the H2 feels like a super fast sports car, supercar, whatever. This feels like a really fast diesel truck. Like, have you ever ridden in a... God, I fucked that all up. Have you ever ridden in or driven like 1,000+ horsepower diesel truck? I've been around one or two. And they're fast as fuck, dude. You get them and they go and whatnot. But like a Lamborghini, like a twin-turbo Huracan, or like a supercharged Corvette is gonna smoke it, and it feels completely different. That's what this feels like now. This feels like a fucking crazy fast Cummins. The H2 feels like a ZR1. What the fuck, bro? What? Oh, I'm devastated. I can't unfeel that. That's devastating, chat. It's like not even close. Man, I'm gonna put some runs back to back, left and right of each other, and maybe you guys can see what I'm talking about, but bro, that is devastating.
All right, so I've put these pulls side by side, and I noticed something very interesting. Pretty much throughout the entire pull, the Hayabusa is pulling on the H2. I didn't go wide open throttle on the H2 right away because the front wheel comes up really hard. However, it leads me to believe only one thing, that the Hayabusa's speedometer is incredibly off, or more than likely that they are both off to some degree.
It's like not even fun. It's like the best way to describe it. This feels like the first time I went from a 600cc to a 1000cc, going between the Hayabusa and the H2. That jump in power is not even like close. It doesn't give me the same tinglies at all, bro. What the hell? The Busa is substantially more comfortable and laid out and fucking gives you all this other shit. Like, it's really stretched and comfortable. You very much sit in the bike versus on the bike. Oh, man. Dude, I did not need to know this. I really, like, I had some anticipations of this, but I wasn't ready. Dude, my ego was like, oh, it'll be close. No. I am being a bit ridiculous. Like, this is very clearly still a fast bike, for sure. It just ain't H2 fast, you know? It ain't no H2, bro. I have to accept the fact that it ain't no H2. Tough pill to swallow. So that means one thing has to happen now. You understand this, right? If I don't keep the H2, I gotta turbo the Busa. And that is devastating, dude. That's devastating. Another thing that I did notice literally immediately when I hopped on this bike and started riding it after riding the H2 was how much, like, give I have in the throttle, right? Like, there's full throttle is an insane twist. You have, like, almost a full, I would say a half to a three-quarter turn is like full throttle. Oh, wow. No, you got a lot of turn in that. You got a lot of turn in that. Dude, the H2's full throttle is this. I'm not shitting you, dude. It's one of the craziest throttles I've ever been on a motorcycle. The H2 has zero, like, just doesn't give a fuck. I do like having mirrors, bro. That's nice. So, like, the H2 is harsh. This is smooth. The H2 is sharp. This is not. It's very, like, distinctly different. Like, they make power in different ways. This is more comfortable, obviously. I don't know, bro. I'm, like, shook to the core right now. I'm on my ass right now. I'm blown away, bro. Where can we pull weight out of the Hayabusa? I'm sure there's weight to be lost. I know there's some guys that, like, skeletonize these things, man. They drop them down to nothing. I prefer the way the H2 sounds too, man. It sounds better. The Hayabusa has two exhausts, one on either side, and it splits it into two-cylinder motors, technically, the way it sounds. Versus, like, the most sport bikes have a 4-to-1. This is a 4-to-2. And it's got a completely different sound. It almost, I'm gonna get shit for this, but it's got Subaru sounds, man. I think it would be closer if they were both stock, but, like, you know, if my grandmother had wheels, she'd have been a bike. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the modified H2 is faster than the Hayabusa. This just in, fork found in kitchen. I'm gonna stop by the same memorial and take photos with the Busa too. I feel like that's fair. Pay respects on both bikes. I will say, I think the Hayabusa in general is easier to ride. Whatever that means to you guys. I feel like it's just an easier bike to hop on and go. I feel like there's less pressure riding it too. If that means anything to you guys. Aesthetics is gonna be 100% on the individual too. If, like, someone, I mean, I think the Hayabusa is an acquired taste, you know? Like hard liquor or dog shit. Did I leave the key on? It looks like I did. That's how I killed the battery one time. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I'm missing about, like, the Hayabusa over the H2. The Hayabusa is obviously, it's more comfortable. It's a lot smoother. It feels heavier when you're riding it. They feel about the same when you're moving them around, but the Hayabusa, when you're riding it, has a lot more. It's a lot more to get it to lean over. You know what I'm saying? I feel more comfortable on it because I'm used to it than I do the H2, but the H2 it's clearly like a more nimble motorcycle. Duh. The wheelbase being about the same. I'll have to look up and put the numbers here, but the wheelbase being the fucking same is killing me. Like, that part blows me away. I mean, if they weigh about the same, and they have about the same wheelbase, and I could be talking out of my ass about the weight. I'll eat my words if I'm wrong. It's just crazy. I would say that the Hayabusa, in general, is more of a pleasure to ride, versus, like, the H2. The H2, it's kind of like, I'm on my guard the whole time I'm riding the H2. The Hayabusa, I don't feel that way. I don't feel like the Hayabusa is trying to kill me, whereas, like, the H2, I feel like it's, like, trying to claim my life. And you know what? That's true for the last H2 I had. It's one of the reasons why I got rid of it. It's because, like, that bike felt like it was always trying to kill me, but I did get to, like, a level of comfort. Well, right? You guys know this. The reason I sold the H2 previously is because I got too comfortable on it. I wasn't afraid of it anymore. I lost respect for it. That's the best way to describe it. And I recognized that, and I was like, I'm good. You gotta have respect for these things. But it's really got me going over here thinking, like, I gotta supercharge or turbocharge the Busa. I think they do make a supercharged kit. My buddy Reaper was telling me about that they make a supercharger kit for it. I think it's best that we call this for the evening. We've pressed our luck with local law enforcement and, you know, my own life today. Kind of hot out today. We got some good pulls in, and I want to call it before I get in any trouble or hurt myself. You know, it's important to recognize when you've had a win, and today was a win. Perfect timing. You better go get the stuffs? Hell yeah. I just finished both of my rides, so I'm back home. All right. I love it. Rev it on the way out for me. God dang it, dude. Oh, man. I like to think I'm a very lucky man. Maybe a very lucky man. Shit. Definitely a very lucky man. That kind of ends my test between these two motorcycles. It is not nearly as close as I wanted it to be. Obviously, the H2, the modified H2, is way faster and it's better at certain things than the Hayabusa is. But obviously, the Hayabusa is better at certain things than the H2 is. You know, you kind of have to look at it from a different perspective, right? The H2, this particular H2, I want to say is roughly around $25,000. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know what WoW is going to sell this thing for. They're going to have to go through it and make sure, you know, they figure out all the mods and sell for the appropriate market value. WoW is very fair on their prices. But this bike, I believe, was listed for like 12 when I picked it up. It was like 12.5 maybe, 11.5, 12.5, somewhere around there. So you have to think, this Hayabusa is literally half of the cost of this motorcycle. It's half the price. And you put like $3,500 worth of a turbo on it, and then it'll probably beat the H2, which is, you know, I'm not saying it's the next step, but I'm certainly going to entertain every and all ideas. But when you put the bikes next to each other, you realize that the Hayabusa is really not that much bigger, if bigger at all. It feels bigger when you're riding it, but I mean, if you look at it, I mean, it's got that big overhanging nub the way they both do. The wheelbase is about the same. I want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good Saturday. I hope this answers some of the questions you guys may have had about these two bikes. I've been getting question after question about comparing these two motorcycles. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. I want to say thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, before I go, let me know if you guys think that turboing the boost is a good idea. Okay, anyway, bye-bye.